Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Tuesday, July 30th, trade deadline is today. All the action has to happen today. We should see a flurry of trades. So be careful on the player props. If you think there's any possibility of somebody being traded, as they could get pulled mid-game or maybe sit out completely, but just FYI on that one for player props, make sure you're careful. Keep to the superstars, playing over or unders, things of that nature. If you think somebody's going to get traded, maybe you want to get a little ahead of the curve, you could also try playing the unders on a lot of those as well. So first of all, we got a full slate of games, so we'll get into that in just a second. If you're new to our show, welcome. We appreciate you showing up. Secondly, we do fade or follow four teams: Cubs, Dodgers, Royals, and Orioles. We will play our bets in those four games. We will give you bets and leans on the rest of the Major League as well. But we've been doing this long enough. We know we need to limit the amount of bets we have, as we roughly have got about 20 per game anyway to those four teams. So, and we're heavily we know a lot about those teams, ins and outs, and so on and so forth. So we'll get started. First game on the is not on the betting board as of yet. 1:10 Eastern Time, 10:10 out here in Phoenix. Guardians Tigers in a day game. Gavin Williams going for the Guards, and the Tigers. No starting pitcher announced yet. That's why we don't have anything on the board. To be really honest here, I think Gavin Williams. This is a take advantage spot here for the Tigers. Expect some scoring in this game. So total of 8.5 to 9. I'd still play over in this one. Do like the Tigers. They should be a dog more than likely in this one, plus a half front five or money line front five if you're feeling a little bit gutsier. Also, Tigers money line for the game. Tigers plus 1.5. Tigers over the team total. Also look at the over in that one as well. Next game up. 3:35 out here in Phoenix, 6:35 Eastern Time. Orioles, Blue Jays. Of course, they played the doubleheader. We're recording this, and it's still in the second game there. Orioles take the first game 11-5. Vlad Guerrero is completely on fire at the moment. Wow. Can you say that? Colton Cowser had a couple of good games as well. Moved to the leadoff spot. And this one here, we got Chris Bassett versus Corbin Burns. So it boils down to me, Bassett, the ERA has come down. The ERA is under 4. Corbin Burns, obviously the ace for the Orioles. That's why you're going to see a big minus number there for them going against Bassett. Bassett, there's a lot of guys that have had success against Bassett overall in this Orioles lineup as well. So there's only really one way, I think, to play this one here, and that's going to be Corbin Burns, and that's going to be the Orioles. Even if they don't sweep that doubleheader, still taking that first game was big. Second game, Povich unfortunately needs to be in triple A is probably where he needs to get. It just gives up way too many walks and runs, and you never feel secure that he can get one out. It's like watching Craig Kimbrell pitch all damn day. It gets a little frustrating to say the least on that one. So let's give you the rundown and all the bets in this particular game for you. So Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over the 4.5 team total. One of our favorite plays of the day is it's currently at 4.5. It got posted. Orioles minus a half a run, first 3 innings. And then minus 1.5 runs, front 5 and front 7 innings. And like we mentioned, Vlad Guerrero is hotter than the firecracker right now. Of course, we have to have him on there. I mean, the second game, he's got a homer, 2 doubles. I mean, he had a homer and a double in the first game, going crazy. Guerrero home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs. That's 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Gunnar Henderson, who played in game 1, sat game 2. They finally gave the kid a little bit of a break. Gunnar Henderson, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Ryan O'Hearn, who's had excellent success against Bassett in his career. Home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time. Orioles, Blue Jays. Bassett versus Burns. Orioles money line minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over the 4.5 team total. Orioles minus a half a run first 3 innings, minus 1.5 runs front 5 and front 7. Vlad Guerrero Jr. home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Gunnar Henderson home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Ryan O'Hearn home run double over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game on the board, 6:40 out here in Phoenix, 3:40 Eastern time. 6:40 Eastern, 3:40 out here in Phoenix. We've got Yankees, Phillies. Phillies and Nola, about $1.26 favorite here at home. Yesterday, the Phillies get the Dumb Team Award. That is called pitching to Aaron Judge when you didn't have to. In fact, it cost you 2 home runs. You lost the game 14-4. It got out of control late. If you don't give up the home run to Judge early, I don't care if Jazz Chisholm hits 27 home runs against your team. You do not pitch to Judge. He's had 5 home runs in like 3 games. Why the hell are you pitching to him? Didn't the Red Sox just show you that you do not pitch to him? I don't care if the bases are loaded with nobody out, you walk him. Aaron Judge should have 4 walks every game at a minimum. And that's if the Yankees aren't doing shit. You cannot pitch to him. Pitch to Soto, pitch to Chisholm, pitch to the rest of the guys in the lineup. Zach Wheeler looked like he was going to who's got the bigger dong contest between him and Judge. He struck him out twice, gave up the home run, which got him kicked out early. There's no reason to go behind there. None. Not only that, your offense right now is in a little bit of sputter mode. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the Phillies haven't scored over 4 runs in a minute. Trey Turner, who was the hottest thing in July, this last week has cooled off. Bryce Harper's not been hitting strokes all over the place. Schwarber's been hot since he came back. I mean, hell, Schwarber's hitting almost 250 when he hit $180 last year. Do not pitch to Judge. Be smart. Play smart baseball. I don't understand it. I really do not. He went 2 for 5 with 2 homers and 3 strikeouts. I understand he's susceptible to the strikeout. I really do. But you do not pitch to him. The man has 39 home runs. I can't believe he hasn't been injured yet this season, as we kind of expected him to do that. But are you serious right now? I mean, Barry Bonds, if you recall, had over 200 walks in his monster season where he hit 73 home runs. It's okay to walk Judge 4 times until he gets pissed off about the walk, and then he starts chasing everything and you get him into a slump. But when he's hot, you do not pitch to him, and he is smoking red hot at the moment. Pitch to the other guys in the lineup. At worst, if you have the bases loaded and Judge comes up, you give up 1 run. It's a lot better than 4. There was bases open all over the place for Judge when he came up, and they continued to pitch to him. It was organization malpractice is what it was. It was horrible. I am just some stupid guy in Phoenix, and I promise you, I would not do that. I'm not a baseball mind like general managers and managers are and all this other stuff. How the hell is your game plan not to walk him every time? It's stupid. So to continue the stupidness here, we would take the Yankees because obviously the Phillies are so freaking dumb they cannot figure out how to walk him. Same thing that the Red Sox did. And guess what the Red Sox did? They lost 2 out of 3 and they should have won 2 out of 3. If that game comes down to it at the end of the season and costs them a wild card berth, oh my God. You do not pitch to him, period. But the Phillies will, so congratulations, Yankees. You're going to have another win here Take the Yankees money line, also plus a half a run front five. Aaron Nola gives up dingers like it's going out of style. Chisholm looks like he's at home already, and he's played, 2 games for him? Juan Soto's obviously having a monster year. Everybody hit yesterday. They scored 14 runs. Now, I don't know if they're going to put up another double-digit day against Nola, but I expect them to honestly put up 6 runs here over the team total. And why not go bet Judge home run? In fact, bet him for 2 because they'll continue to pitch to him. It's absolutely insanity. So let's give you those bets one more time. And how the Yankees are not favored here is a mistake by the book. I know the Phillies, power ranking wise, are still number 1 in the major leagues. So when they get a home, I mean, Garrett Cole has not pitched out of his mind or since he came back. He's been good. He hasn't been great. He hasn't been fantastic. He's been okay. You know, he's better than the rest of the schlubs a lot of times the Yankees pull out. But this pitching to Judge shit is just, oh my God. I just cannot believe they continue to pitch to him. Anyway, so bets in this game I'd be looking at Yankees money line. Yankees plus a half a run front five. Yankees over their team total, which should be around 3.5, 4.5. Doesn't matter. Play it regardless. Right? Judge to homer. Judge for 2 homers. Might as well take it. Judge homer's not paying anything, so might as well play him for 2. Next game up. 3:50 out here in Phoenix. 6:50 Eastern time. Marlins, Rays. Rays, obviously, you know, they're still in the mix, even though they've traded away half the team. Marlins have been just an absolute pest as of late. Absolute pest. And in fact, I don't know how the Rays with Springs are a $1.70 favorite. How does that make any sense? Cabrera pitched well his last time out. He's still working his way back from Tommy John. He has some of the nastiest stuff in the major leagues. Give us the Marlins plus a half a run front five. Marlins money line for the game. Marlins plus 1.5 for the game. Also, Marlins over their team total, which should be sitting at 3.5. Next game up. Sorry if I sound angry tonight. I just still cannot believe this trash we're watching with pitching to Judge. It's absolutely nuts. 4:10 out here in Phoenix, 7:10 Eastern time. Mariners, Red Sox. Red Sox are still scoring, I believe, on the Mariners from last night. Gilbert got crushed. Bullpen got crushed behind it. Red Sox scored so many runs in this one. I'll play under team total Red Sox today. Going against Luis Castillo, who did struggle for basically till almost the All-Star break, but has figured something out here as of late. Mariners money line front five. Mariners money line for the game. They're only a $1.20 favorite for the game. Red Sox under their team total. Next game up, 4:10 out here in Phoenix, 7:10 Eastern time. The Mets opened up a can of it against the Twins in game 1. We have Festa, or if I'm pronouncing that correct, I don't know if I am or not, versus Sean Manaea in this one. The Twins didn't look like they had any answer for the Mets offense whatsoever, pitching-wise, defense, and they didn't look like they were interested in hitting in this one either. By the way, Festa walks in with that smooth ERA of over 8. I mean, this is one of those games, again, it's like, unless something stupid happens, and the Mets only a $1.32 favorite. Mets, money line, Mets minus a half a run, front five. Mets minus 1.5 on the run line. Mets over the 4.5 team total. And when you get tired of all that, bet some more Mets. Right now, Jeff McNeil, by the way, is rocket fire. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for Jeff McNeil as well in that game. Next game up, 4:10 out here in Phoenix, 7:10 Eastern time. Game is currently not on the board. Cubs, Reds, starting pitcher for the Cubs, Justin Steele. For the Reds, it was supposed to be Frankie Montas, but he got traded, so he's out. Reds finally deciding that they're not competing here, 4 games under 500. For some reason, the Cubs are 6 games under, and they still keep buying pieces. Now, I will say this. They did get a couple pieces that have team control through 26 and 27. The Paredes deal overall was a huge upgrade at third base. for the Cubs, getting rid of Morel. I understand Morel pumped it up, and he was like, everybody's excited when he hits a home run. The dude was hitting a $190 something. Bye. See ya. Congratulations. He swings at more shit than Javi Baez did. And Javi Baez had a lot more pop. Isaac Paredes is a true all-star. This dude hits 300. He's probably get you close to 30 dingers, especially in Wrigley. And he plays better defense than Morel does at third base. You gave up a couple pitching prospects that could amount to something, both in A-ball, one in high A, one in low A, but not really much. The trade for Pearson is the one that kind of threw me off. They need bullpen help, obviously. But do we need it this year? Now, he does have team control through 26, so I understand Jed Hoyer's looking at 25. So you look at these trades, they're realistically for next year, even though they're at the trade deadline for this year. The Paredes deal, I think the Rays are one of the best player development organizations out there, and I think they got snookered on that one. Now, obviously, they see something in those two pitchers that we don't, and those pitchers, hell, they'll probably be in the major leagues in 2 years. But I think the upgrade at third base was a tremendous success for the Cubs. That being said, in this game, the Cubs should be a favorite, and we're going to play against them. Tyler Stevenson and Spencer Steer have fantastic overall success against Justin Steele, especially in Cincinnati. So, there's no lines yet, but we'll give you what we're going to play. Reds money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Reds over their team total. Reds plus a half a run. First 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Did we not watch the 7-1 debacle? That Cubs offense in Saturday and Sunday in Kansas City was not the norm. Their norm is 2 runs. Spencer Steer, homer double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. And Tyler Stevenson, home run double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. So let's give you those plays again for the Reds Cubs. There is nothing on the board yet. We will finish this up once it does hit the board, but it's going to be the Reds are going to be a dog at home. Reds money line plus 1.5, minus 1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Reds over their team total. Reds plus a half a run. First 3, 5, and 7 innings. Spencer Steer, homer double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Tyler Stevenson, home run double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, 7:45 Eastern Time, 3:45 or 4:45 out here in Phoenix. Rangers, Cardinals, Max Scherzer, Lance Lynn. If we go back to, if we go back to the game on Monday, I mean, Rangers ended up putting up a 6th spot to get the win there. 3 whole runs by the Cardinals. Wow, way to contribute. That's awesome. Way to go. Do your deal. And that one, this Cardinals offense is just more than frustrating. How do you figure anything out with these guys? You just can't. Scherzer versus Lynn. Rangers are a slight favorite, like under $1.20. This is a gift. Rangers money line front 5. Also, Rangers over their team total. And Corey Seager over hits, runs, RBIs. Corey Seager for 2+ total bases. You can hammer away on all of those. Next game up, 5:10 out here in Phoenix, 8:10 Eastern Time. One more time, we have a game with no starting pitcher for some ungodly known reason. Just name the bullpen guy and get it over with. Hunter Brown pitching for the Stros against a pitcher named nobody going for the Pirates. Paul Skeens had his worst outing of the season, his worst one, and he still went 6 innings, struck out 6, threw 100 pitches, kept him on, 1 earned run. Pirates come back and get the win there as Hader blows up one more time. They spent all that money for a closer. Let me give you a hint, Major League Baseball. You don't ever sign a closer that kind of wood. Every time, every time. Wade Davis for the Royals was dominant. They went and paid him, And then the Rockies paid him, and guess what happened? Absolute tank job. I mean, these closers don't last that long. Mariano Rivera that's why he's a unanimous Hall of Famer, because I've never seen a closer be that consistent for that long. So you just don't pay him. You just don't. I mean, save your money for somebody else. I promise you, you can find another kid that throws the ball 100 miles an hour with one secondary pitch, a slider or whatever it may be, to come in and get outs in the ninth inning. There is no reason to pay that guy a ton. You pay starting pitchers and you pay position players. Relievers, they're available. You have to look in your minor league system. I don't know. Everybody's got 10 guys that can throw the ball 95 plus. You really can't find one out of those 10 guys? It makes no sense to me. But now that we're off that subject, Hunter Brown has pitched pretty well as of late. So I would take the Stros here. I don't expect the Pirates to score 5 runs probably combined the rest of this series. So Pirates under their team total. And let's see, Houston money line. Houston minus a half a run from 5. Houston minus 1.5 for the game. Next game up, also 8:10 Eastern Time, 5:10 in Phoenix. We have Royals, White Sox. Bobby Witt, if that didn't stake a claim, it is an absolute shame Bobby Witt's in the American League. He'd have a great shot in the National League, even though Shohei's running away with it a little bit for MVP. Homer, double, 4-hit game for Witt. Knocks in 4, brings them back from the White Sox. I keep telling everybody that you're behind in the White Sox game, just wait till that bullpen comes in, because they are terrible. And once again, it continues on Monday night. Royals with the 8-5 win. Alec Marsh, he did what Alec Marsh does, which is basically give up 3 or 4 runs almost every damn start. I honestly think, we really can't find anybody better than that. I mean, if you really look at this Royals staff, Cole Reagan, Seth Lugo, right? Lugo's struggling a little bit lately. Cole has an off night here or there. Michael Wacha. Walker's been an excellent 3 or 4 starter. He should be your 4 or 5 if you're dominant. But Walker's pitched really well as of late. In fact, he's going against the White Sox against Cannon, because every time he throws a pitch, it gets cannoned out of there. All right, so Royals are close. I'm really sad that they couldn't come up with a hitter for the All-Star break, or before the trade deadline. Maybe they come up with one to finish off the trade deadline. If they can, oh my God. They thought they had one at Hunter Renfroe. That hasn't quite worked out for the season. Miguel Garcia, since moving to the bottom of the lineup, is a 2-hit machine. Bobby Witt's been awesome. Michael Massey at the top of the lineup's been Adam Frazier is still hitting below 200. This is a dude that hits 270 lifetime, and he can't figure it out this year. Salvador Perez has had an all-star year as well. Freddie Furman, in my opinion, should be moved up the lineup. Freddie gets you hits. MJ Melendez even had 2 hits, and he's still hitting below 200 in Monday's game. Anyway, Royals about a $1.80 favorite here, and should be. So give us Royals money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Here's the biggest steal maybe of the whole card. Royals over 4.5 team total. This should be 5.5. It was on Monday. Cannon's worse than the pitcher there, and you still have the bullpen. Royals over 4.5 team total. Royals minus a half a run, first 3 innings, first 5 innings, and minus a run and a half, front 7. Bobby, and then we'll get into the batter props here. Bobby Witt, home run, double, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. And if I can find a 4-hit option for him tomorrow, we're possibly going to play 4+ hits as well. Salvador Perez, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. One more time, Royals, White Sox. Royals, money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Royals over the 4.5 team total. I'm telling you, that's one of the biggest steals you're going to find out on the board. Royals minus a half a run, first 3 innings and first 5, minus a run and a half, front 7. Bobby Witt, home run, double, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 5+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. Salvador Perez, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up. Braves, Brewers. No starting pitcher announced either side in this one. Thanks. Appreciate that. That's a hell of a way to kind of open that up. I don't know. Brewers at home probably. But no way to tell. Money line. I mean, Brewers money line probably safest play before it comes on the board. But look, the Brewers did finally score some runs. They've scored 6, in a couple nights in a row. They're finally putting up some runs after that offense has struggled for a couple weeks. So look for the Brewers to score a few more in this game. Get the win. Over team total, something I'd be looking at as well. Next game up. 6:38 out here in Phoenix. 9:38 Eastern Time. Rockies, Angels. Griffin Canning, Cole Quantrill. Angels are a $1.20-ish favorite in this one. You know, I can understand that. I mean, the Rockies have just been so piss poor on the road. It's ugly. I mean, they're coming in at 38-69. Somehow the Angels have won 46 games already this season. I'm in total shock on this one. We're going to play this. That's going to be a close game is how we would play it. So give us the Rockies plus a half a run front 5. Rockies plus 1.5 for the game in that one. 6:40 out here in Phoenix, 9:40 Eastern Time. Ding, 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 ding. National Patrick Corbin Day. Come get you some if you're rooting for the D-backs. They get shelled in Game 1. No shocker there, as Jordan Montgomery has been the $25 million turd for the season. And the Diamondbacks are about $1.70, $1.80 favorite. They should be probably minus 200 in my opinion on this one. They're not. You have to take advantage here. Even though Ryan Nelson is pitching, trust me, Ryan Nelson has been nothing fantastic for the season. ERA finally got back under 5. He has pitched better as of late, but give me a stinking break. National Patrick Corbin Day, and he's facing his old team with the Diamondbacks. How many times can we hammer this game? Diamondbacks, money line. Diamondbacks minus a half a run front 5. Diamondbacks minus 1.5 and 2.5 for this game. And if you want, let's get even greedier here. Ketel Marte, home run. Christian Walker, home run. Ketel Marte and Christian Walker, 2+ total bases each as well. There is lots of opportunity here. Diamondbacks over 4.5 team total, which is a steal if you get it there. They will crush Corbin. Take that one and just unleash on National Patrick Corbin Day. Next game up, 6:40 out here in Phoenix, 9:40 Eastern Time. Dodgers and Padres get this series going. Padres 7-game win streak until they get it snapped on Sunday. Now, normally we would play them to lose 2 in a row, but we run into an issue here. It's called auto fade Glasnow until otherwise notified. He has been horrible over the last 7 to 10 starts. ERA was freaking below 1. Now it's almost a 4. He's given up almost 5 runs every time he pitches here as of late, and they are hitting the ball extremely hard. Padres are on a little bit of a roll right now. I mean, they, like I said, won 7 out of 8. Losing that one there, they're up to 57-51, 6 games over 500. Do they have enough? Do they have enough to catch the Dodgers? Probably not. They're too far behind in the standings. They can still get the top wild card here and still do some damage when it comes to the playoffs. Waldron pitching 6-9, mid-3s. I mean, if you look at the ERA here for Glasnow and Waldron and expected ERA, guess what? They're about damn near the same. One guy's making $200 million, the other guy's making $700,000. So who made the better decision there, right? Dodgers about $1.40 favorite. I don't care if they were a dog here and the Padres were favored. This is Padres, and some more Padres for us. So let's give you all the bets in this game here. Padres, money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, and 2.5 on the run line. Padres over the 3.5 team total. Padres plus a half a run, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. And that Padres over 3.5 team total is plus money, and it is a gift. Jurickson Profar, home run double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. Jackson Morrell, the stud rookie, home run double over hits, runs, RBI, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBI, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Also, 2 pitcher props in this one, both on glass now. Over 4.5 hits allowed, over 1.5 earned runs allowed. Over 1.5 earned runs is only -130 on DraftKings. Are you serious? You want to talk about another gift? That's it right there. Not only that, if you look at the Padres versus the Dodgers this season, the Padres own them. Doesn't matter if it's in LA, San Diego, doesn't matter where the hell it's at. They have played the Dodgers extremely well. So let's give you all those bets one more time. Dodgers, Padres, auto fade glass now continues until he bucks us off. We will auto fade him as he is overpriced through the books every damn game. Padres money line +1.5, -1.5, 2.5 on the run line. Padres over the 3.5 team total. Padres plus a half a run. First 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Jurickson Profar, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits, and 3+ hits. Jackson Morrell, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Tyler Glasnow, over 4.5 hits allowed. And one of the biggest bonuses of the day, Tyler Glasnow, over 1.5 earned runs allowed. Next game up on the board. A's Giants to finish this monster slate off. 9:40 out east, 6:40 Eastern time. All the games start before 10 o'clock Eastern. What more could you possibly want, right? JP Sears, Robbie Ray in this one here. Robbie Ray pitched well. His first start of the season after coming off the injured list. I love the A's offense. Their pitching leaves a lot to be desired. The Giants are almost $1.80 favorite here, and should be. Give us the Giants -0.5 a run, front 5. Giants -1.5 on the game as well. Also, Helio Ramos. Give me some Helio Ramos over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Also, look to the Giants over the 3.5 team total. If it's at 4.5, it's a little bit more of a question mark, but if you can get alternate line at 3.5 in that one. All right, so we just went through a ton of bets. How do we get a chance to take a look at all those? It's really simple. We post all of our bets on 3 places online: TikTok and YouTube channel pages, as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. It's docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link, go to 2024 baseball, scroll down to July 30th, and you'll be able to see all those bets that we made. It'll show you the bet itself, what juice we got it at, how many units we wagered, what book we placed it at, then obviously once we're done, the result. Real simple, not hard, not difficult. We post them all. I don't want to hear about, oh, you told us about your winners, not your losers. The losers are posted there as well. Ain't scared of nothing. We've had a monster baseball season, and we'll continue to do so and put money in people's pockets. You like the content that you're seeing here and want to see some more? That's really simple. All you have to do is hit follow or subscribe. Depending on what social media platform you're watching us on, we will show up in your followers or subscriptions tab. And if you want to make life even easier than that to find us, turn on those notifications for the social media platform you're watching us on. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. It'll give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.